हेलो। वेलकम टू माय एआई सीरीज़ जहाँ पे हम लोग एआई सीखेंगे वन डे एट ए टाइम। तो आज हम लोग का टॉपिक है बेसिकली द बेसिक्स ऑफ एआई। तो उसके लिए मैंने इसको तीन पार्ट में डिवाइड किया है। वन इज़ रिग्रेशन, क्लासिफिकेशन एंड थर्ड इज़ क्लस्टरिंग के मीन्स अनसुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग। तो ये दोनों जो रिग्रेशन एंड क्लासिफिकेशन इज़ सुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग एंड दिस वन क्लस्टरिंग इज़ अनसुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग. So supervised learning is basically when we give the data to the model and वो model उस data के through सीखेगा. But what does unsupervised learning means? It means कि data खुद by खुद figure out करेगा through the data कि what should be the prediction. So this is the difference between supervised and unsupervised learning. तो फर्स्ट टॉपिक पे आ जाते हैं, रिग्रेशन इन सुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग. तो रिग्रेशन एक टाइप का सुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग है जिसमें कि वो न्यूमरिक वैल्यू प्रेडिक्ट करेगा थ्रू द इनपुट फीचर्स. सो यू कैन सी इट लर्न्स अ रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन एक्स फीचर्स एंड वाई न्यूमरिक टारगेट. तो एक्स विल बी आवर इनपुट and y will be our output. So through this it will start the model. So उसके एग्जांपल्स है प्रेडिक्टिंग हाउस प्राइस, प्रेडिक्टिंग टेम्परेचर, प्रेडिक्टिंग सैलरी या प्रेडिक्टिंग सेल्स. तो नंबर वैल्यूज जो होते हैं, नंबर वैल्यूज, तो वो प्रेडिक्ट करेगा ये रिग्रेशन मॉडल, लीनियर रिग्रेशन मॉडल बेसिकली. सेकंड आ जाते हैं इसका. बाय द वे वी विल आल्सो सी द एग्जांपल इन आवर डेटाब्रिक्स एनवायरनमेंट, सो वेट फॉर दैट. So then let's coming back to this one. Another one is supervised learning for the classification. So उसमें क्या हो रहा था, basically we were having the numerical value, but here we will predict the category. So either it will be yes or no, one or zero for the machines. Classification का definition ये है कि it is a supervised machine learning technique where we used to predict the category or a class label. So the model learns from the label data and decides whether which class or new sample belongs to. Okay. So let's suppose we have a mail in our Gmail account, right? So how it will be categorized at spam or no spam through the previous data. Or let's suppose the disease is positive or negative, or fraud detection, or many other examples like that. Third one is clustering K-means unsupervised learning. So clustering is an unsupervised machine learning method that groups similar data points into cluster without using labeled outcomes. Okay, so here we were using the labeled outcomes, right? But here we will not use the labeled outcomes. तो clustering क्या करेगा, वो divide कर देगा data in the number of clusters. So cluster size we will give, and then according to that it will divide the cluster of the data, and this is how it will categorize it. So we have the examples for that, like customer segmentation, grouping similar products, or market segment. Now coming back to the examples. So here I have some sample data through which we are going to predict the data. So first one, if you will see, we have the square feet of the house and what is the price in lakhs. So if you will see it, right, so data is labeled. So let's say for the 500 square feet house, we have 30 lakhs rupees. For 800, we have 48 lakhs simultaneously for others. So this, through this, the AI models gets a label data. So for what square feet, what is the price of the house? So if you will see, we have the label data for X and Y, and then we are putting that label data and we are splitting it to test and train. Train on X and Y, and we are giving it the test size. So testing of the data will happen on the 20% of the data, and other 80% will go for the training of the model. So here if you will see, we are using the linear regression model, and then we are putting in that model, we are putting the test and train data. After that, if you will see, I have took an example for 2000 square feet and 400 square feet. So 24 to 25 for the 400 square feet one, and for 2000, if you will see, for 1800 it was 108 lakhs. So for 2000 it should be more than that. So let's run this example. By the way, you can also use the free tier of Databricks, through which you can run these AI linear regression directly. So here you can see we have predicted price for 120 for the 2000 square feet, and 400 we have 24 lakhs. Next to the logistic regression. So it's basically the categorization of the data on the basis of the label data. So here you will see, right, I have taken an example for agent salary, and for that agent salary, the person has bought the insurance or not. So 0 will be he has not bought the insurance, and the 1 will be he has bought the insurance. So we have labeled the data. So let's suppose the age is 22 and the salary is 25,000. So he has not bought the insurance. Honestly, for other ages and other salaries, we have labeled the data as if they have bought the insurance or not bought the insurance. According to that, we will test, we will train our model. So first we will split the data into train and test. So similarly, like linear regression, we will also split the data into 0.10, 0.2%, I mean 20% for our test data, and for the 80% for the training data, right? So the same way we are going to initialize our model, and then we will fit those train and test data. And after that, so we can also use this test data to predict, but I'm using my own values for more understanding. So let's see, if we have the age is 70 and salary is 1 lakh, so he will buy the insurance or not. Or let's say the age is 10 and the salary is 1000, will buy the insurance or not. So now it will predict according to the age and salary. So if you will see, for 70 age and 1 lakh salary, he will buy the insurance. And for this one, he will not buy the insurance. So this is, let's get to the k-means clustering. So like I said, right, will for k-means clustering, it will divide the data into the categories, right? So we are not labeling the data here. We are just giving the income and the spending score to that income group, right? How many clustering of data we need on this, and then we are fitting those data into the k-means. So after that, we are categorizing the data into three parts. Spending score will be for each group of age. So this is how the prediction of k-means clustering is going on.